speaking of politics and political things, that is to say, according to the Christians, we're going to talk about politics and political things according to something or another thing, or things, or in other words, according to Christians. And you can also spell Christians like this, and you can hashtag that. 3, 2, 1, go. Hashtag A-N-T-I, then this. C-H-R-I-S-T. Yeah, no, I'm just kidding. That was a joke. A lot of jokes in here tonight. Oh, yeah. J-O-K-E, and then a space. Then hashtag, then an S. Gotta make sure to get that laugh in there so everybody knows we're just joking. I don't want to offend any Christians. And that's the definition of Christian as that. Or Antichrist, in other words. Okay, sure. Count it down from 5. Yeah, go. Ready? Begin. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah, that was a little better. Try it again. Yeah, now that was a winner. That's gonna show them for sure that it was a joke. Yeah, see, we're only joking here. This is just a satire. Hashtag S-A-4. Hey, you mind doing that again? Only do it the right way. Okay, fine. Fine. Go ahead and go with the no space in between the E and the following letter, which is to kill, to steal, and to destroy. So how are you going to vote? And the Christians need to know, who are you going to vote for? And then you got to let us know. And you can go ahead and send that information to Christian, with a capital SS at the end, care of the Christian Industrial Human Social Media Pedial Complex, a.k.a. the Christian Industrial Human Social Media Pedial Sandwich Board, a.k.a. the Christian Industrial Human Social Media Pedial Complex, / Sandwich Board. Now, can we go ahead and give one more laugh on that? Yeah. Come on, do it right. To find out the definition of anything. How was that? Much better, thank you. Now, have you ever noticed, when I say have you ever noticed, have you ever taken a look at or possibly observed, either by accident or on purpose, and I don't know, it might be this way, maybe it's not, maybe it is, or we take another look at it. But have you ever noticed how it is that Christians are always obsessed with, or act like they're obsessed with, or act like their job is to be obsessed with politics, as in left versus right. And it seems as though they're obsessed with bashing certain aspects or affiliations or groups, so to speak, or sectors or sections of the political spectrum or political field, so to speak. Revenge of the Christ. Also, let's think some terms given us by Christians, and let's go ahead and double check this. Check the source, and we're going to see now. Libtard. Let's go ahead and get a spelling on that. Hashtag L-I-B, and then to this, T-A-R-D, and that says libtard, and Christians love saying that, libtard, and let's go ahead and check to see where that came from. Let's see if that actually came from Christians or not. Let's look that up in the Bible. Let's see, Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, Acts, and Romans. So far, haven't been able to find that word, libtard. Hey, listen, can we get some Christians on the line, please, and see who came up with that word, libtard? Let's go ahead and look at the Gospels into the red letter portions of the Bible. Oh, yeah, here it is. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, and whosoever believes in him should not perish, but have everlasting life. Unless you're a libtard. In that case, look at him up. Yeah, Jesus is the greatest mass killer in the history of everything. And do you know that when Jesus comes back, he's going to kill everybody that's not like me? That is a follower of Jesus, as a Christian. That I be a believer in fairy tales such as this. When Jesus comes back, he's coming information here on libtard. And let's go and see if we can get a Christian on the line here. One of the Christians with a capital S at the ending, or two, so that it's Christian SS with a capital S at the end, and then another one. Yeah. How about 1 Corinthians and 2 Corinthians? Even see if we can go ahead and find 3 and 4 somewhere. They're out there. And if you can't find 3 and 4, let's go ahead to 1st and 2nd Thessalonians. How about this? Galatians, Ephesians, and Philippians. Say now, can a libtard show the fruit of the Spirit? Just double checking here. What is a libtard, anyways, when in regard to the fruit of the Spirit? Love, joy, peace, long suffering? No, not for libtards. Okay, just check it. Libtard. Say it again with me. Libtard. Well, now you just might be the great whore of Babylon. Oh, hashtag LOL. If your favorite word or one of them is libtard, meanings and implications of things. So now we're going to see if we can go and find this word. Who's using it? Libtard. Say it again. Pronounce it carefully. Libtard. Libtard. Yeah, libtard. Now, what's a libtard? Well, a libtard's anybody that doesn't agree with the Christians. No, I'm just joking. These are just jokes. No. Come on, these are all just jokes. Now, friends, this is all just a bunch of comedy, jokes, and satire. Come on, take it easy now, libtards. Let's talk a little bit about the pro-life agenda. What is the pro-life agenda? What is the pro-life agenda based on, and whose is it? And how is it to be implemented? In other words, how is or how will the pro-life agenda be implemented? Or, in other words, how shall the implementation of this pro-life agenda occur? Hashtag, and let's get that again, please. Yes, hashtag, and then this, the pro-life agenda. Yeah, hashtag this. The pro-life agenda. And did you hashtag it? Yes, good. What does it mean? In other words, the pro-life agenda. And does it make a difference whose it is? Or in other words, what kind of stance are we going to support based on what kind of life we are pro? Also, where will this be applied? Or this agenda, in other words, where, or in other words, in what zip code will this pro-life agenda be applied and enforced, also maintained? And can we go ahead and get a definition on life? Please, L-I-F-E. And don't forget the hashtag, yeah. Just to make it Christian, with an S. Yeah, capital SS if you want. Most likely. But not all the most likely, just the most likely in the general. Don't want to broad brush everybody. Yeah, you know. Especially when we're just joking around. Yeah. These are just jokes. Take it easy, folks. Yeah, like I said, we're just joking. Joking around with these Christians. Jokers, that is. And let's get that one more time. Hashtag. Yeah. The pro-life agenda. With a capital A-G-E-N-D and then an A. And that spells agenda. Yeah, I got an agenda. The pro-life agenda. Now, where can you find this information, or where are we going to look for information on the pro-life agenda? Say now, does anybody really even care about this pro-life agenda, or is it just me? Yeah, that's my agenda. I have one, all right. It's called the pro-life Agenda. Yeah, agenda. Now, did I mention that my agenda is spelled, in other words, you can spell my agenda using all the capital letters. By the way, now, let's go ahead and review this. My agenda is spelled using capital letters. How is your agenda spelled? Or in other words, so my agenda's bigger than yours. You want to test agenda sizes here? You want to see whose agenda's bigger? Okay, fine. Disagree with people. I don't have to hate them. I can disagree and hold a different position than you. I don't have to hate you to be in a disagreement with your behavior or to point out your behavior or to point out that I disagree with your behavior or that I don't believe that your choices are in line with mine, whether political, social, or religious, however you want to define them. Now, you can disagree with me. We can still be friends. I can disagree with you, and I can still be friends with you if you'll have me. Now, you might not want me as a friend, and that's okay. That's fine. You don't have to have me as a friend, but one thing's for sure. I don't have to be mean to people. I don't have to hate anybody if I'm going to point out behavior in them or from them, or that belongs to them that I don't agree with. Also, if I vote a different way than you, or you vote a different way than me, then you can hate me if you want, or I can hate you, but we don't have to. Did you understand that or not? Maybe let's go on over it one more time. Yeah, go, take it from the top. If we disagree, then we don't have to hate. Unless you want to, then maybe that means you're one of them Christians. Did you get that? It was a joke by the laugh at the end. Yeah, one of them Christians. Yeah, it's a joke. We're just joking now, Christians. We're not really trying to be mean. We're just telling a few jokes on behaviors. Like, for instance, how a lot of people like to hate people that disagree with them, or they like to say that they hate them, or they like to chant things like, lock them up. Hey, now, have you ever noticed how Christians are always into locking people up? We're talking about how they like to lock certain people up or see justice served for certain people. Hey, won't that be great? We all stand at the feet of Jesus and see justice served for all people? Yeah, especially certain ones, yeah. So now you can agree or disagree, but it doesn't mean you have to hate me. But I can do the same for you. That doesn't mean I don't have to hate you. It means I don't have to hate you if I don't want to. Now I can. As we've already stated, there's such a thing as free will. There's also such a thing as people making choices. But if I want to make a choice to hate, that means I'm going to have to make a choice to do it. I don't have to, but I will. Just kidding. This is a joke. Now, can we go and hashtag this? Hashtag the great whore of Babylon. Also, hashtag this is end times comedy. Hey, listen, get one more thing on there. Yeah, sure. If you're looking for smooth words, comedy, that's not it here. Neither is this designed to trigger or blow up anybody's heads or make anybody's heads explode. Neither are we making any jokes about making fun of rape survivors or sexual assault survivors. You're going to find that comedy somewhere else. Find it with some other Christian comedians. Oh, yeah, and also not all Christian comedians. Not all cops and not all plumbers. Also not all Christians in general. We don't want to generalize everybody, scoop everybody up in the same net, so to speak. Generalize, broad brush everybody. We want to give everybody the benefit of the doubt. I assume some of them are good people. Anyways, as we were saying, you don't have to hate. You can make all these choices, you can do all these things, and you don't have to hate, unless you want to. Also, if this doesn't apply to you, then don't worry about it. If you're not a Christian, or if you're not the great whore of Babylon, don't worry about it. None of this applies to you, unless, of course, then you want it to. In that case, then it will. All right, have a nice day.
Same thing as the first thing. Except you put it in O-T at the beginning of it.
So go ahead and state it this way. This is not, or this act, shall we say, or this whole thing is not to confuse
the right
or rather it's not designed to confuse or put off or offend anyone or any person or any audience. And if it does, well then, sorry about that.
He stumbled, but I know that I may awaken out of sleep. Then said his disciples, Lord, if he shall do well, thy brother shall rise again.
One thing and another, you're talking about what a Christian is.
So now who is the one, or who are the ones that's doing all the trash talking? In other words, who's doing the trash talking, and what are they trash talking, or who are they trashing, or why are they trashing this? Let's go ahead and analyze this. Let's take a look. Well, let's take a look in the dictionary here. Our dictionary of society, that is to say Christian society. In other words, this will be the society that Christians are in charge of building, and which they are, in fact, making and upholding every day with every participation, every act of a behavior, that is repeated behavior, that is to say, because we know that society equals the behavior of the members of society, that is to say, the behavior of the members of society. That is repeated over and over and over again. And Christians are no different. They're members of society, and there is such a thing as Christian society. You can find it. You can find the foundation of this. It's called the Christian Internet. Also known as the human social media feed. The Christian industrial human social media pedial complex. There you have Christian society in a nutshell. And that's right alongside of regular society, because you can go ahead and participate in the human social media feed if you want to. And if you're Christian, then it's the Christian industrial human social media pedial complex. Don't forget to give the laugh so everybody knows it's just a joke. We're only joking, Christians. Yeah, this is just a few jokes. The Christian Industrial Human Social Media Pedial Complex, otherwise known as the Christian Industrial Human Social Media Pedial Sandwich Board. Or you can say the Complex Sandwich Board, whatever you want. Okay, let's get back to who's making all the decisions around here and why. So, now, who is doing the trashing, and why are they trashing? In other words, what is the basis of this society that we're calling Christian, or in other words, the Christian with an SS society? Or, in other words, a Christian SS with an SS society. And that's the kind of society we're talking about, friends. Christian society. And what kind are they building? Where are they making it? And who are they getting the supplies from? Or, in other words, who's making all the money? Because we know that a society is the economy, and the economy is things. Namely, a set of rules. One of those rules is this: certain things matter to the economy, and certain things matter to the economy more than other things. Or in different ways than some things, and some things different ways than other things. Or in other words, Black lives matter to the economy in certain ways sometimes, according to Christian society. According to the Christian Industrial Human Social Media Pedial Complex. Or sandwich board, if you want to go ahead and insert that there, yes.
What's the old people that are trash talking?
Okay. Can we get a spelling, please, on the trash talking? Yes, hashtag TRASH. And then there's a space, and then another hashtag, and then this. TALK. And that's a space for trash talk. Oh, and don't forget to add this. In Jesus' name. So, in society, there's different jobs everybody has. Christians, you have another job, which is namely to trash anybody that's not Christians. No, I'm just joking around. These are just jokes. Come on now, let's just remember, these are just jokes. We're just joking around, Christians. Okay, can we get back to the trashing, please? Wasting a bunch of time on not trashing. Let's get back to the trashing, please. Hey, can I get that laugh in again? Yeah, go ahead. 3, 2, 1. Thank you. There's state-approved abortion. There's state-approved late-term abortion from 20,000 feet in the sky. State-approved abortion from 20,000 feet in the sky. 20,000 abortions from the sky. State-approved late-term abortion, 20,000 feet in the sky. Imagine abortions, 20,000 feet in the sky. There's state-approved abortion, there's state-approved late-term abortion, and then there's state-approved later-term abortion from the sky. There's state-approved abortion, there's state-approved late-term abortion from 20,000 feet in the sky. State-approved late-term abortion from 20,000 feet in the sky. Not to mention later-term abortion. State-approved late-term abortion from 20,000 feet in the sky. And how many are there? How many do you think? How many are there? There's 20,000 of them from the sky or more coming to a TV channel near you. There's state-approved late-term abortion from 20,000 feet in the sky. And there's state-approved later-term abortion from 20,000 feet in the sky. Oh, yeah. Then there's state-approved abortion in general from the sky. Sent to the satellites from your telephone, then down into your Sunday school. It's state-approved late-term abortion from 20,000 feet in the sky. 20,000 abortions from the sky. State-approved late-term abortions, 20,000 feet in the sky. Imagine abortions from 20,000 feet in the sky. And how many are there? How many do you think? How many are there? There's 20,000 of them or more coming down from 20,000 feet in the sky. Feet in the sky. Yeah, so people ask me, why do you do what you do? You want to talk to people. No, I don't want to talk to people. The less I talk to people, the better for me and them. But if somebody wants to know my opinion, then I'll give it. And the reason I do what I do is because I have to study all of the factors that go into writing my books and then explaining the books as I go around the country and the globe selling these books and explaining these books. And if you don't understand what you're buying, then what good is it going to do you right from the start? You're already confused. So that's what it is. I don't want to talk to people. I don't really want to talk to anybody. I don't need to talk to anybody, and I don't want to talk to anybody. But because it is my job to do what I do, I am glad to go out and meet all sorts of people. And I'd rather do it in a way that so I can explain what I'm doing without having an ulterior or hidden agenda or motive. Because I'm not here to do anything other than just explain what it is that that you're interested in, if you're interested, and if not, then you don't need to be there. There's no reason for you to be here, so to speak. So you can leave, you can go, or you can stay. But nobody's being forced to do anything against their will. And the last thing I want to do is have somebody be confused while they're trying to make a decision as to what they want to buy. I've been doing this for so many years. I know. Listen, look. If you just read the description on the book, you won't even need to buy the book. It's that simple. But the books are designed to be used in any forum, such as a lecture or a reference or for analysis of some sort. If somebody wanted to analyze it or provide or copy for their paper or whatever, quotation, or do a paper on it, fine, do that. I'm not trying to make any money off of any of these books. I'm not making any money off of any of these books. You are the one that's making money off these books if you want to sell these books. And how can you sell the book unless you understand it? And why would you buy the book in the first place to sell it unless you wanted it? And I do not want you to be confused about what it is you're trying to buy or trying to figure out if you want to buy. All I'm doing is selling the book. Look, if you want the book, just go online, search the book, any of these books, all of them, and just read the description. And if it's for you, then fine. Get it, buy it. Buy it, make as many copies as you want, and give it away. Or just write me a letter, and I'll get you a copy of the first edition while quantities last and while quantities are available, because there's a long waiting line. But yeah, sure, if you just want the books, all of them, I'll send you all these books free of charge, at no charge to you, including shipping, of the first editions. And these second editions, when they come out, the first editions will simply not be available anymore. They will not be on the shelves. So if you want the first edition of any of these books, go online and see if these books are for you, or if you are for these books, and then either buy the book or the books, or find someone that you know. Maybe you know somebody that has the books already. Just have them make a copy of the book for you, and there you go. You have the book. That's all you need to do. Look, I'm the one that wrote the book, and I'm telling you how you can get the book. Is that confusing? Is that confusing to anyone? No, I don't think it is. So what do these books do? Okay, here's the question. What do these books actually do? Well, for one thing, these books do is these books explain these books in a very detailed way and very clearly. And these books are not for every reader. A lot of people out there read all kinds of books, and they're never going to get this book, or they're never going to want to get it. Or if they do see it,
or if they do read it, they might not be, most likely will not be interested in it. It's going to be just about only for about 1%, I think, of the population will even be possibly interested in this. And then, of course, when you get into those that are interested, as I said, probably most likely less than 1% of the general population. The population mostly isn't going to get this. They're not even going to want it. And most likely that is you. Most likely. And if that is you, or if that is not you, and if that is you, or not you, and not you, it's fine. It doesn't matter. You can still get the book. You can still read it, and you might get it. As a matter of fact, I'll say that if you keep reading it, you will understand it eventually. If you are a reader that thinks about what you read, you'll get it. It's not going to be that confusing. But only about 1% of the population is going to be even interested enough to be in that direction to even say, okay, yeah, I'll buy it and I'll read it. And if that is you, great. And if that's not you, super. Your decision. This is your book now. I've already written it. I've made it available. If you want it, it's yours. You can do with it whatever you want. You can give it away. You can use it as a doorstop. I hope you don't burn it, but you can censor it. You can do whatever you want to it. And then maybe one day you might want to decide to sell it, and then you can make some money off of the book. Okay, well, there you go. That's it. That's all the time we have for today. And yeah, so no, I don't like talking to people, but if you want to talk to me, just ask. Anything you ask, I'll try to provide. Even if you want to know my opinion, which I don't always like to provide. Normally, nobody cares what I think. Sometimes people don't even want to know what I think. So, do I want to know what you think? No. If I want your opinion, I'll ask. And then usually I don't even want to know what your opinion is. I just want to hear you say it. Okay, well, that's it. That's all the time we have for today. And until we meet again, dear friends, which I hopefully will be soon and safe, I will leave you with these wise words spoken by the wise and powerful Jedi, Qui-gon Jinn. And this is written by George Lucas. And thank the maker. Remember, your focus determines your reality. And may the Force be with us.